My hobby is spending the night in my car, where I'd often venture out on random getaways the day before holidays and look for a place to spend the night. Last summer, the weather was much like today. I was aimlessly driving around in my car. All of a sudden, I recalled an abandoned lookout tower in the deep mountains, a place that has now turned into a ruin. It was often visited by truck drivers who take their sleeping breaks in the parking lot of this abandoned lookout tower.
Let's choose this place for today,
I thought to myself and immediately stepped on the gas and headed towards that location. Upon reaching the parking lot of the lookout tower, just as expected, there were already 2 trucks parked there. I parked my car right under the street light at the center of the parking lot, keeping a distance from the trucks parked at the edge. After reclining my seat, I laid on it with a towel spread underneath, engaging with my phone until I felt like sleeping. Eventually, while scrolling through, I gradually drifted off to sleep. After an unknown duration, I abruptly woke up. Feeling a bit thirsty, I was about to get up to grab a drink from my backpack. Suddenly, a noise akin to the car being hit by tiny stones came from the rear of my vehicle. Reflexively, I turned to look towards the rear but didn't see anything significant. I guess it's just some bugs, I thought to myself. Without giving it further thought, I took a sip of my juice and continued to lie down to sleep. The following morning, I woke up with an urge to use the bathroom. So, I opened the car door and stepped out. Since there were no restrooms at the lookout tower or the parking lot, I had to relieve myself behind the building. Just then, the sound of a truck door closing echoed, and I had just finished using the bathroom. Is the truck driver awake? I wondered while walking back to my car. A guy about my age who must have just got off from the truck approached me.
You surely didn't sleep last night. It was darn scary.
Speaking to me.
Pardon me.
I was bewildered. The guy looked at me in surprise and queried.
Didn't you notice?
The guy then told me what happened the night before. Yesterday evening, while he was watching a DVD in his truck, he saw my car pull in and park in the middle of the parking lot. He thought to himself,
A passenger car is pretty rare around here. Is it a couple?
As he was watching his DVD, he thought about this. When he finished watching his DVD and was about to move to the back seat to sleep, he glanced at my car unintentionally. He saw a woman standing in front of my hood.
Is she his girlfriend? What is she doing?
The woman had her hands on the hood, standing in front of the car, as if she was trying to hold it down. The guy felt that something was off.
Seriously, seems something rather disturbing.
He decided to move to the back seat to sleep. Somehow, he was particularly bothered by what he saw, so he glanced at my car again. This time, the woman had moved to the window next to my driver's seat. With her hands on the window, standing beside the car as if she was trying to hold it down.
Wow, that's terrifying.
The moment the guy looked away, the woman moved next to the passenger seat.
Oh no, this is bad.
As the guy looked on, he suddenly felt a chill run down his spine. Then he saw the woman's head quickly turn in his direction. The guy panicked and crouched to hide. After staying hunched for a while, he thought to himself that he ought to be safe now. So he lifted his head to check, and the woman had disappeared. Afterwards, he was so tired that he shifted to the back seat to sleep. At this point in the guy's recollection, he asked me again,
Did you really not see anything? It was super scary.
After giving some thought, I replied, "Well, I did hear some strange noises." Upon hearing this, the guy advised me,
See? Check your car. There might be handprints or something.
Hearing what the guy said, the two of us went to inspect the car. Although we didn't find any handprints, there were many tiny dents on the body of the car. What in the world is that? I could only stare dumbfoundedly.
There are also some marks on the back like something hit it.
The guy stated after inspecting the back. I rushed to take a look, and indeed, the body was full of fine scratches as if it had been struck by little stones. Both of us couldn't comprehend what was happening. It was just too terrifying. While the two of us were still discussing what to do, another trucker, a middle-aged man, also got off his truck and joined us.
You're discussing about a woman, aren't you?
The middle-aged man looked at me with a serious face. He, too, found it unusual for an ordinary car to be there last night. He didn't pay much mind to it, but after a while, he took a glance at my car. He saw a woman peeping into the vehicle beside the window. The man wondered how she had appeared so suddenly. He looked around the car park, and there were no other cars, so he thought she might have ridden with me. The man was not afraid. He just stared and observed. Suddenly, he saw the woman quickly turn to the side and hastily walk towards another truck. She then stood in front of the truck, looking up intently at the windscreen.
No, no, no.
Upon hearing this, the guy's face turned pale. What happened to her after that? I immediately asked the middle-aged man.
I felt a little uncomfortable, so I went to sleep.
The man replied. Although I am a local, this was my first time hearing such a story. While the guy and the middle-aged man often rest here, they had never encountered this woman before. I asked them about the woman's appearance. Both gave the same description. She had long hair, was skinny as a stick, and wore a long dress. They both asked if I recognized her at all. I had no recollection whatsoever. I don't know if this story could be considered scary or not, but ever since then, I stopped spending nights in my car. The repair of the car body cost me quite a bit of money. If you want to see my videos faster, please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.